Yo, welcome back to another video. And there's one thing I forgot over the last few times that I've done a video. I forgot that this is a music channel. I know. Because I haven't posted a video about music since, I don't know. Let me see the date. Because I got it all up here. If you ain't seen my last video, go check it out if you like video games and shit. Because I put a lot of work into that one. Go check it out. You know what I mean? My last music one was 3 weeks ago, so basically a month ago. It was about Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. That one did pretty well, I ain't gonna lie, but that's the last time I talked about music on here. Now here I don't have any news for today because I'm not like there's not much to be tapped into right now. We've been kind of in a silent period of music. I will say one thing that I've seen is like a lot of corny shit by the most corny fan base in the world. I don't have to explain who they are because y'all know who they are. Going to year-old post and then posting an emoji. I'm not gonna go into depth because I don't want to give it that much airtime because to be honest, it's corny and it doesn't deserve airtime. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Corny as fuck, lame. Get something better to do with y'all lives. Real shit. Like I'm not even playing. That shit is sad. You are going back to a post from a year ago, over a year ago at this point, to reply and act like you victory lapping. That is sad. Pick your head up, my boy. But today we are doing 5 rappers' peak and worst years. So I have 5 rappers in front of me right now, and I have what I think is their best year and what I think is their worst year. Some of them have a collection of worst years, but I try to keep the best years to 1 year. To start it off, though, let's start with Tyler, the Creator. I think that his peak when it comes to creativity and music overall, it was hard for me to do. I was thinking 2017, 2024, and when I ended up picking, which is 2019, because Igor dropped that year, and then his most creatively outlandish album of all time. Insane. Can't even call it a rap album because it is not a rap album, but it is very creative. It is beautifully produced, and it is one of those albums where you couldn't change a thing about it, even if you wanted to quote unquote perfect it, because it would take away the charm and the beauty of it. So shout out to Tyler for that. I believe he won a few Grammys for that one. Well deserved, of course. And then his worst year, in my opinion, I'd say is like early on 2011, 2012, like those years over there, because even though he was still extremely creative and he showed a lot of potential when it came to his flows and his production, overall the messaging of his music, regardless if it was a character or not, and I'm not like overly sensitive about the old shit because yeah, it was weird, but also it wasn't really like him speaking from his mind. Regardless, it is very weird subject matter, and at my current big age, I'm not going back and listening to that type of shit like Goblin and listening to fucking Tron Cat and all that shit because I don't find it entertaining and I don't find it like worth listening to anymore. But he still is one of my favorite artists currently, and I love when he drops music. It's very well made and well produced because he is a great musician. Up next, though, we got Lil Wayne. This was hard to find his peak, very easy to find his worst, but I'm gonna be honest. But when it comes to peak, I have 2008 here, and it's more like 2008, 2009 because 2009 he also dropped No Ceilings, but in 2008 he dropped the Carter 3. So that 2-year run right there, I love it. Those are 2 of my favorite Wayne projects ever. I love the Carter 3 and I love No Ceilings. I listen to No Ceilings damn near every day still. Same thing with the Carter 3. So yeah, it's a great year from Wayne, and it was very hard. I was also viewing 2010. I believe that's when the Carter 4 dropped. I feel like the Carter 4 at the time of its release did not get as much love as it does now because it's aged very well. I also really like the Carter 2. Those are all really good albums. And for his worst, to be honest, it wasn't hard, but I try to restrict it to 1 year because, to be honest, from 2023 to now, he has not really been a good rapper in my opinion. But specifically last year when he dropped the Carter 6, nothing stuck. It was terrible. It was laughable music, like genuinely, and this is coming from somebody who loves Lil Wayne. It was laughable music by a man who's been making music since he was like 13 years old. Just unentertaining, disgusting. He tried to take too many risks, and I understand you want your artist to take risk, but Lil Wayne is not one of the people who want to take a risk, especially at this point of his career. Stick to what you are good at because you have been good at it for 20 fucking years. You do not have to get different production. You don't have to do all this shit that makes your music sound comical. Truly, like it was a comical album to listen to, but as a super huge Wayne fan, I did not think that shit was funny at all. I'll be honest. I will be brutally honest with you. Up next, I'm gonna go with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, his peak is 2015. That's when he dropped "To Pimp a Butterfly." That is the best album I think I've ever listened to in my life. I'm not gonna lie, top three for sure. Like, it should be everyone's consensus top three, but of course people have their own opinions and everything like that. But when it comes to a pure rap album, and this is like the first time I listened to the album, I just sat in a chair like this, did not move, just listened, and it was a genuine different feeling. I will not lie, and I still revisit it every once in a while. There's just so much to listen to right now, and especially when it comes to his discography, it's just too much to listen to just continuously listen to the same music. I feel like I wouldn't be doing his stuff justice, but I will say that's like the best album I've ever listened to, genuinely. And he has 2 to 3 albums where you could say that about. When it comes to, like, you could say Damn is one of those albums if you like that sort of production in music. You could say that Good Kid, Mad City is one of the best albums ever, which is genuinely a good shout as well. That sort of run he went on from like Section 80, his first 3 albums basically are all insanely good. And then he continues to go on that streak with Damn, and then after Damn is where I'm about to bring up right now as his worst era, not because he dropped bad music, it's because he dropped no real music except for a few features here and there sparsely. He had his one album for the Black Panther soundtrack, but that was more so like a TDE collective album that he named off as his own so more people could listen to it. But other than that, he was very dormant during that time period, and it was felt, especially by me, because I've always been a big fan of him. So I was revisiting a lot of his older stuff, but it was definitely his worst years because he didn't really do much. He jumped on a few features, odd features in my opinion, but a few features nonetheless. He didn't really like hint at any music, and then 2022 randomly he comes back and drops one of the best albums of the year. So that's just what he does, I guess. Like, fuck, bro, I can't judge him if he can come back and drop one of the best albums of the year. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. Up next, I'll do Kanye West. I said his peak is 2005 because Late Registration is Kanye's best album, and I'm not here to argue that with anybody. I'm here to I'll just name the track list, because I know people are prepared to be like, oh no, it's Graduation. Oh no, it's College Dropout, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, it's Yeezus. Oh, there's so many options that people will bring up. Some people might bring up dumb stuff, to be honest. Really dumb things. But there's really only a few debatable ones, and let me explain to you why it's not debatable. Just by reading off a track list. This is his second studio album as a rapper. Wake Up Mr. West, Heard Him Say, Touch the Sky, Gold Digger, Drive Slow, My Way Home, Crack Music, Roses, Bring Me Down, Addiction, Diamonds from Sierra Leone, We Major, Hey Mama, Celebration, Gone, Diamonds from Sierra Leone, bonus track, and Late. So let me just explain this. Diamonds from Sierra Leone is one of the best produced songs of all time. If you haven't heard it, or if you don't remember it being that good, please listen to it. Same thing with We Major. One of my favorite Kanye songs, Hey Mama, because it makes me think about my mother. Bring Me Down is a great song. Roses is a great song as well. Crack Music, My Way Home, Drive Slow has great rap performances by Paul Wall. Gold Digger, I understand a lot of people think it's overplayed, but still it is a good song, whether or not it was overplayed or not. Touch the Sky, come on, y'all. That shit is amazing. Heard Him Say, great song as well. This is just an amazing album as a collective. And his production throughout this entire album is perfect. There is not a single thing I would change about this shit. The only thing I would do is take off skits, because I don't give a fuck about skits. But at the time, that's what rap music was. Every album had a skit, so I cannot be mad about it. And also in 2005, he produced Common's best album, which is B. He had a big hand in that. So shout out to him for producing such a beautiful album, and one of the best produced songs of all time. The B intro is on this. So, and he did it. So that's like easily his best year. His worst year is 100,000,000% Vulture's years, which is 2024. Fucking terrible albums, horrible. And I remember people trying to force themselves to like that shit on the internet. They were saying, I've never heard rap music before, and as a untrained ear, this is the best album I've ever heard in my life. I would never forget that tweet, because that's the dumbest, most ignorant shit of all time. Why are you saying that like your opinion would matter more because you've never heard rap music or you just started listening to rap music? It actually makes me not fucking care, like genuinely, because you don't know other versions, like the levels of music. Genuinely, it is such a poorly produced album, poorly made. Both of them are. They both have such half-ass songs on it, unfinished. 530 could have been a great song, but then he ruined it by not fucking finishing it. Like the first half of 530 is a great song, but then it's just terrible afterwards because he fucking wrecked it by mumbling and talking nonsense over and over again on it. But yeah, I hate that era of Kanye so bad, and I haven't heard Bully because that era of Kanye left such a bad taste. Like it's just, like I don't want to fucking listen to it. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that's his worst year by far. And now we're on to our last person, which is Drake. I said Drake's best year is 2013. 2015 is pretty close because he had that collab album with Future, and then he also had If You're Reading This Is Too Late in 2015. But I just think that Nothing Was the Same is his best body of work by a wide margin, especially like in my opinion when it comes to like it has elements of Take Care and elements of Nothing Was the Same, and they both fit perfectly. They have hits on there, great features, great production. So I feel like that's his best piece of work in my opinion. So I'd have to give it to 2013. His worst year, and like I say this all the time, so you should probably know if you on my channel live. If you're not, welcome. Every year post 2016. So every album he dropped after Views, shitty, especially 2018, because whatever happened in 2018 to his creativity and his like drive, it's so crazy. Like Scorpion was a long ass album that was extremely boring and had nothing to offer. I'm sorry, it genuinely has nothing to offer. I don't revisit any songs on the album, and ever since then he's decided I'm gonna continue to do this lazy flow shit and drop it into the ground. He has not had a single passionate album since 2016. Like you can listen to every single album, they sound like the same fucking shit every time, and like I'm tired of it. I'm tired, and I've been saying it for a really long time. I hope that his next album is great. I hope that it shows that he still has some sort of creative drive, because the shit he just dropped, what's that song he had with 21, sucked. That shit was terrible. It did not hold weight. It did nothing. The album he dropped with 21, that was his best album in the last 10 years. Guess what? It wasn't that good. It was like a 6, and it was like a 6 or 5 out of 10. Genuinely. And it's because I think the biggest thing when it comes to me and like Drake's music is he obviously caters to his fan base a lot, which is of course what you should do as an artist, and he also takes it and plays it safe on every single area when it comes to music. Like everything he does is very basic, very by the book, because he sees, okay, my fan base has been eating this shit up for the last 10 years. Let's just keep it there. And then when he does go to different spaces, it seems very vulture-ish and disgusting. Like when he made that Spanish song on his last album, that shit was terrible and like laughable on every way. I don't care about how talented you think he is as a vocalist. I don't care if you think he could go into the Spanish realm because he made that song with Romeo like, I don't know, like 10 years ago. But at this current point, that last song that he dropped where he was singing about me and your padre and shit, terrible. Terrible. I'm being honest. It was really fucking bad. And it's not even because of like the initial beginning of it being so laughable. It's the fact that the lyrics are so like, it's like he's making a song for people who don't know Spanish in Spanish. Why are we doing this? Because you don't know Spanish. So why the fuck are you speaking Spanish in a song? But like I said, I hope he really does somehow revitalize his creativity. I feel like he's more interested in being sneaky and corny on the internet and gambling, to be honest. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I just feel like sometimes artists in every single like facet of art should realize when they do not have it anymore, and realize I don't have the drive to keep doing this shit the same way I wanted to 12 years ago, because it's very obvious that he does not have that same drive. It's the same thing with Kanye. It's the same thing with Lil Wayne. That's why their worst years are their most recent years, because they are not on that same tier anymore. I'll be honest. I could have had somebody like Nicki Minaj on here. Guess what I would have said? Her worst years, last 5, bro. Fucking terrible. Like, that's just how I feel. Because they don't have that same creative drive anymore. They don't have that same, like, tenacity that they used to have. It's just, like, too much comfortability in their life led to them feeling like everything has to be comfortable. Everything has to be Oh, this is easy. I'm gonna just pop this shit out. And also the fucking number of songs on every album. I'm sorry, I don't want to sit down and listen to this album for 2 hours that has 25 songs. That should not be a thing. Like, genuinely, that should not be a thing anymore. We should evolve past the fact of just throwing out garbage and hoping one of them sticks, because that's what it is. He said, oh, all these songs sound the same to me, so I'm gonna put them all on there and see which one the people like the most. That's what happens every fucking time. And then I hear that one song. I'm sorry, I don't want to make this into a Drake rant, but this is the one I'm most passionate about, because I was such a big fan of him until like 2017. What's it called? Is it called like Passion Fruit or some shit? The one with Passion Fruit on it. It's decent, but I was like, it's not as good as his last shit. But I hope Scorpion's a lot better. Then Scorpion was fucking horrible, and then it made me turned all the way off to his music. I'm being honest, but I'm so passionate about it because I've seen this man drop great music, and then out of nowhere lose all the sauce. Every piece of sauce he's ever had is gone. Nothing about the music is fucking cool anymore. It's not good anymore. And I think we've evolved past that type of like music, but also I don't know how music has evolved, to be honest, because it's very mediocre. A lot of the new artists when it comes to rap right now are very mediocre to me. I hope it gets better, to be honest, but the ones who are like good stand out so much more because everyone else is so fucking mid. But please, guys, listen to Mavi, listen to Kenny Mason, listen to people like Mike, listen to people. These aren't new people either. Like Earl is not new. Listen to Earl. Listen to these people who are outside of the current mainstream rap if you want to actually explore rap music, because the shit that's dropping right now is not going to be for you. I hate to break it to you, but I might do a part 2 of this with different rappers and different artists and everything like that. I might even do different genres of music. Let me know what y'all want. Let me know how y'all feel about my choices. Let me know if you think a different year should have been there. I'll see y'all next time, and peace.